Hello, I'm Peter Vaughan, and despite the blue skies, I am not in Tuscany, sadly. But I am here to talk to you about the most Italian of motorhome brands, Laika. Now, Laika is part of the Irvine Group and joined that stable in 2001, but still retains its Italian Dolce Vita styling. It all started back in 1977 when the company built its first tiny caravan to tow behind the equally tiny Fiat 500, the original 500 car. It moved into motorhomes in 1992, and I actually tested one of those first laser home A-classes around the year 2000. It built a brand new state-of-the-art factory in 2016 in its homeland of Tuscany, home to these 8 vehicles. So we have here a representative display, not all the range, but some examples to show you what Laika is all about. It has 3 ranges: Kosmo, Ecovip and Kreos. It offers campervans, low-profile motorhomes and A-classes. So let's take a look and see what Laika offers the UK buyer. Laika's different ranges obviously compete at different price points, but throughout this is a premium brand within the Irvine stable. In fact, it's up there in the hierarchy with Hymer itself. Every prototype Laika goes through 100,000 kilometres of rigorous road testing, as well as environmental chamber testing to make sure that its heating and insulation are up to standard, and that's before the vehicles go into production. Every production vehicle comes off the line and is tested in a simulated severe summer storm. And that is why Laika can give you a 10-year water ingress warranty on its vehicles. But there's more to differentiate these motorhomes from the competition. Things like 6 kilowatt heating throughout, and details like the anti-odour traps on the wastewater tanks. Let's go and have a look and see these motorhomes in more detail. So let's start with Kosmo, and here we have both low profile and A-class models in the range. Of course, they signify their Italian heritage, like all Laikas, with the Italian flag on the door mirrors, and of course the winged dog, the very symbol of Laika, because Laika is named after the first dog in space. But these may be the starting point for Laika, but they still have the company's DNA. So this simple black and white exterior, nice flush windows, and a very homogeneous design. In terms of the A-class, you can see the clear family resemblance with its flagship alongside the Kreos. So you may be buying a more affordable Laika, but it's still looks like a Laika. Kosmo models range from 5.99 metres up to 7.4 metres long and include the new and rather novel L105, which is a compact 6-metre motorhome with a rear lounge and drop-down single beds above that can be turned into a huge double. Sadly, we don't have that model here, but all Kosmos have the same body construction. So aluminium external sidewalls, 34mm thick with styrofoam XPS insulation. The roof is hail resistant with a glass fibre finish, and there's glass fibre underfloor as well. All the tail lights are LEDs, and all come with a premium habitation door linked to the central locking. So our first model to look inside, and this is the Kosmo L412DS. A low profile, of course, with the big overcab sunroof and these parallel sofas in the lounge for a nice spacious feel. At the rear it has an island bed and the typical separate shower on one side, washroom on the other. But look at the decor and immediately this feels a little different to the norm, especially with these green worktops for the table and the kitchen. So this is a 7.4 metre, 3.5 tonne motorhome. You'll notice in the kitchen the oven is low set to suit UK tastes, not above the fridge, which is 140 litres here. Water tank is inboard, 110 litres, because all Laikas are designed to suit the Scandinavian market, not just the UK. Now we're in the Kosmo H1409, a similar length, but of course now the A-Class Kosmo. A different lounge design in this model with the L-shaped seat that incorporates the two travel seats. These separate padded sections on the seats give it a lot more comfort. And in the A-Class full width cab, you've got soft touch material for the dashboard. You've got these nice strip lights in the base of the drop down cab bed. This is eco leather finish too. The bus style mirrors have a wide angle lens at the bottom for good visibility, and the wipers are set up for right hand drive too. And then in the lounge, a feature I really like is this round table. Practical and stylish too. Again, you've got the low mounted oven and the separate toilet and shower areas, but the key difference in this model is that you have single beds at the back over a large garage, and these beds are each over 2 metres long. If campervans are more your bag, take a look at this pair. We've got 2 of the 3 models in the range. There's also a 5.4 metre model. The overcab sky views are optional, but you can also have a pop top if you need extra berths. There are 5 external colours to choose from, and these are true Laikas. So you get things like 6 kilowatt heating, either gas or diesel. You get an inboard 100 litre fresh water tank, and you get a 25mm XPS insulation in the floor. So this is the Ecovip 600, the 6 metre model in the campervan range, and it's got the classic European layout with the transverse double bed at the back. This is the lighter of 2 furniture schemes available in the Ecovip campervan range. But one detail I particularly like is this fold down table. Have it completely out of the way and strapped in position for travel. A neat coffee table or a full-size dining table. The rear bed is 1.5 metres wide, and underneath you have a huge storage area with a removable false floor. At the back, the Ecovip 645 on the longer 6.36 metre Ducato van is completely different. You could almost be in a British van, but with Italian style. You've got the darker furniture in this model with the nice textured finish on the walls here, but what I really like is the fact you've got loads of room to put your feet up and relax. This lounge, of course, makes into single beds or a double, and you can remove this centre section for walk-through. You've got the same half-dinette lounge with the folding table up front as well, and the same washroom with a neat swing wall shower. And now we come to Laika's heartland, the Ecovip motorhomes, available both as low profile and A-Class, like the Kosmo, all on Fiat Ducato. The low profiles can have an optional black cab, and body sizes range from 6.59 metres up to 7.4 metres. Every Ecovip motorhome has exterior walls in strong light, smooth aluminium. They're 34mm of sandwich construction with styrofoam XPX insulation without cold bridges. There are chassis and interior reinforcements in polyurethane with cabling built in on both sides, and the roof is hail resistant. Inside this Ecovip L4009, it's a classic continental layout with this half donette stroke L shape lounge area with side seat. These padded backrests again are a nice touch, and here again you've got the choice of furniture with the lighter wood colour in this particular model. At the back you've got single beds over a large garage, and the single beds again are both over 2 metres long. There's an electric drop-down bed as an option in this model, and then the kitchen, well, this is the comfort kitchen with twin sinks and what Laika call the Grand Chef cooker, so a combined oven and grill and 3 gas rings. Very stylish shower compartment, and again the double floor throughout gives you a flat floor from the cab right the way back to the bedroom, and it includes both storage and the fresh and wastewater tanks are in that double floor. A neat touch is this slide out clothes storage under the near side bed. So from the Ecovip L4009 into the Ecovip L4012DS, and again you're in a 7.4 metre low profile but a completely different layout. This time you've got parallel settees at the front. Obviously those convert into forward facing travel seats. This one hasn't got the drop down bed that we saw in the other model, so look now at the headroom, huge, and this lovely padded headlining for the ceiling as well. Same Thetford triplex or Grand Chef cooker, but at the back it's different again. At the back, of course, now it's an island bed with this chaise longue position and a full-size garage underneath. In the Ecovip low profile range, I would have liked to show you the L3010, which has a 7 metre body length, an unusual layout with a transverse double bed at the back, but not in quite the usual style because there is access around the end and round the foot of the bed. So it's a sort of compromise between a transverse bed and an island bed. Certainly one to look out for. In the meantime, take a look at the outside of an Ecovip A-Class. And now the one you've been waiting for, the flagship, the Kreos. Now Kreos comes in low profile form, which unfortunately we haven't got here today. Low profile Kreos is available on Mercedes-Benz now, as well as Fiat Ducato. And then there's the A-Class at the very top of the range, the A-Class Kreos, only on Fiat Ducato. And here with this bold new look, you can see the input of GFG style, the design house that Laika brought in to bring in this new look for its latest motorhomes. And who's GFG style? Well, it's the company of Fabrizio and Giorgetto Giugiaro, who have designed over 300 mass-produced cars and some very famous supercars. So the Kreos, the flagship, not just a pretty face, but with a 25 centimetre deep double floor with storage throughout, and a new floor-to-wall assembly system, as well as a habitation door that shuts with a real thunk and has 3-point locking. The huge garage can take up to 250 kilos, and there's even a place for your motorbike to stand. You've got an electric wastewater valve and even somewhere to keep your red wine. But you don't want to see the garage, you want to see the living space and the luxury on board. You have this lovely lounge area up front with the James Bond style disappearing telly or appearing telly. You have a choice of roof air conditioning or air conditioning in the floor vented through the habitation area. And, well, let me show you the kitchen. This version looks swish enough with its Korean style worktops, inbuilt sink, a hose style tap, a draining rack at the back. Oven and grill, of course, and huge kitchen drawers, and even somewhere for your tinned and packet foods. But if all that isn't enough, you can have a version with a dishwasher. Big fridge freezer over on the other side, of course, and plumbing throughout is of a domestic quality. Fresh water tank is 200 litres and wastewater tank 150 litres. Once again, there's a flat floor throughout. A spacious end bedroom with pull-out storage under each of the beds. I think this must be a giant shoe rack as well, but perhaps the star feature is the sauna style shower with a rain shower head as well as your usual conventional shower head. Obviously, Kreos is truly a flagship. So that's just an overview of the Laika range, from 7.89 metres of flagship A-Class down to 5.4 metre campervans. Whichever one you're looking at, they have some innovation, some Italian style about them. Visit your local Laika dealer to find out more.